Hey guys, welcome back to my next vlog. So in this vlog, I'm going to be walking you through my day-to-day like I usually do, but I'm going to have a treat for you at the very end of the video. I'm going to show you guys my original Yu-Gi-Oh deck. So that's actually how I got started into collecting. Before even Pokemon, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, even competitively, like nothing crazy, just local tournaments. So I'm going to show you guys my Yu-Gi-Oh deck at the very end. But let's get started with this video. Today, I had to head over to the post office. I'm here now. I'm picking up some packages from a trade, and also I check my P.O. box every now and then to see if I have any mail sent back to me. If you put the wrong address, or they give you, most of the time they give me the wrong address because I just use the packing slip and fold it, so however they put their address is how it gets shipped. So sometimes that happens where it gets sent back to you, and then there goes that stamp. Pretty much you have to contact the buyer and see what they want to do about it. Usually I end up just refunding them, because something like that means that there's an issue with their address, and I don't want to risk sending it again. So that's what I usually do. And speaking of about the P.O. box, I strongly recommend that you get a P.O. box if you're thinking about selling Pokemon cards, because you have to put a return address on when you're sending things. Well, you don't technically have to. I was actually not putting return address for a little bit at the start of sending my stuff out, but it's sketch for the people that when you go drop off your envelopes, if that's what you do, they will ask you what's going on here. And also, if something gets sent back, if you don't have a return address, it'll just get lost. So it makes a lot of sense. You don't want to put your own personal address. So getting a P.O. box does cost money, but I think it's just one of those things, being a professional. It gives you a more professional vibe, right? As like, oh, return address, Pokegamble, a P.O. box, right? Or collecting community now. Pokegamble was my previous name. So I'm going to go check it out, and I'm going to show you guys what I got from it. Let's go. It made it! I always like getting stuff from my P.O. box. And I am also expecting a slab. I recently bought one from eBay. But anyways, I'm going to head over to the card shop now to pick up some materials, supplies that I need. Usually I shop on eBay, but having a good relationship with the card shop is key, fams. There has been so many good lots that I've picked up from my card shop. Hollows recently, I bought a bunch of them, and you do have to take a risk, because when you're buying from card shops, they don't want you to really go through it all, right? And that doesn't really make too much sense, being a bulk buyer. And that's kind of how you want to phrase it. Do you have any bulk? If you say, do you have any full arts, VMAX, any of that stuff, they'll be like, yeah, how much? I'll check out the TCG player price. But if you have any bunch of VMAXs that you just want to move, full arts that you want to move, that's what I usually do. And also that builds a good relationship with them. If they say no, then they know you're looking out for them, and they'll keep you in mind for the future. So heading out to the card shop, let's go. All right, guys, I made it back. So I picked up these singles from the card store. The reason I picked these up is because they're cool. I actually might keep this as my personal collection, and I collect e-readers. However, this is more like a flipping opportunity, because these could be graded. These are cards that you'd want to look out for to grade. You want to look out for the condition as well. This one actually looks better than the moderately played. It looks more like light play to me. It looks really good. So I might grade that, and then the Pikachu is actually going to stay in my collection. I collect e-readers, and I don't have this one, so that's a good one. And I might grade the Rayquaza. Rayquaza's been shooting up recently, of course, from the recent sets, Sword and Shield. So these are always opportunities, I feel like, if you know what you're looking for, to make money even from your local card store. Obviously, they don't want to take the risk of grading when they can just flip, right? People buy, people sell to them, and then they sell back. So that's what I picked up. And then from the P.O. Box. This is what I got from the P.O. Box here. Again, shout out to Savin. Has always been a great trading partner with me. So the reason I'm picking these up is because I do want to diversify my inventory on TCG Player. And also, my girlfriend likes cute cards, and she doesn't have some of these. So I'll be sending some of these out as well. So awesome vintage bulk. Thank you, Savin, for organizing it. And I'm over here disorganizing it. This will help out to list as well. So I love having variety of different inventory. So that way people can find a little bit of everything of what they're looking for. Now, as I promised in the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you guys my Yu-Gi-Oh deck. This right here contains my original Yu-Gi-Oh deck from when I was a young pup to like around 2005 or so. Now, there is a story behind this deck. Recently, not too long ago, like around 5-6 years ago, I went to a gaming convention. Well, part of my technical college, so I went to the technical college, and these are the cards here from my deck. I had a build a beatdown deck. Yeah, that's what they call it, beatdown deck. So you can summon 4-star monsters, right? And this has really high for that, but the ability here makes it so it's a little bit nerfed. So these are the cards. Wow, I can't believe I'm going through these cards. This is so nostalgic for me. I remember playing these, fams. First edition cards. I actually don't know if these have any value. I doubt it. So I had this deck that I was going to be saving for a while, which I should have. And then I went to my technical college and I made this invention, which maybe I'll try to overlay a video here because it's kind of hard to explain. But pretty much, there were cards, and this is a card that I paid to get to have made. But pretty much, they have what they do in the front, and then this QR code that made it so that it could be brought out in the augmented reality machine that I made. So this machine would have a projector that's projecting down, and then it would scan this. It would know the card. It would show the projection of the monster here, doing its idle phase, doing its attack. If you went like this and you tap into another one, then that means you're attacking from this to that, and then they play out their attack sequence. This was like in 5-6 years ago, fams. I can't believe someone hasn't finished this idea up. I've actually attempted to, and I just burned so much money in it because this is a massive idea to develop a machine like this, to code it bug free. So some more cards here. Now, before I had those custom cards printed out for me, before I paid to have it printed out, I was actually using Yu-Gi-Oh cards from my deck. So let me see if I can find an example of, and we experimented with the different design patterns to see if we can hide the QR code. And then these were promos. The game was called Battle Rampage. So this was displayed at PAX Gaming Convention, I think in 2013, I want to say, around, I guess, 10 years ago. So I'm trying to find some. Oh, I think I know where they are. So there are these are the Frankenstein cards. So I had this idea of using some of my Yu-Gi-Oh cards from my deck to make the very first prototypes, because I wanted them to have a thick backing. So a lot of these cards are actually Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the middle that have this glued on top of it. Now, I don't know if I would retrieve the Yu-Gi-Oh card, if it would even have any value. Definitely not. What would I list it as? Like severely damaged. But yeah, these are the original ones that I had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and then I just taped the QR code and the card in the front and the back. So yeah, these are my Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now I might attempt to sell some of these lower end cards here that actually I don't know, because I'm actually attached to it. This one was like a very last minute addition to my deck, which I have no clue why I added this one. To be honest, I usually like cards that have abilities like these, right, coming out, but you have to then go into defense mode. They have 0 defense. And these were staples back in the day when I was playing. Sakuratsu Armor, Wabaku, Swords of Revealing Light, Bottomless Trap Hole, Smash Ground. So a lot of these, ooh, this is a hollow one. That made it. Widespread Ruin. Wow, Heavy Storm really brings back memories. Now, I don't think any of these were worth value, but I did have a deck that was, now I've looked up the value of those cards because I was curious. I had a deck that was a Cyber Dragon deck back in the day, back in this time. And the Cyber Dragon card at that time was like $20. Right now, I'm seeing it go for like $1,000, fams. Crazy stuff. I wish I would have kept that deck. Right, looking back, hindsight 2020. So that's a little bit about my day today, and I wanted to show you guys some different stuff, like things that I pick up from the card store, and also my Yu-Gi-Oh deck, which was really what got me into collecting. And then I came back and I liked Pokemon cards better because I wasn't trying to play the game. I was mainly looking for collecting at that point. So I'm stick with Pokemon. I love Pokemon cards overall. They look the best to collect in my opinion. All right, that's it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, stay tuned for the next one. Drop a like. I've noticed a lot of you guys aren't liking. Drop a like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Later.